Hey, we're the huge movie fanatics. Continuing on with our Alien franchise, even though this one, oddly enough, these movies I don't consider part of the franchise, even though they're clearly part of the canon, and they're not at the same time.
We're talking about Alien versus Predator.
AVP, Alien versus Predator, made by Paul W.S. Anderson.
Yeah, that's right.
And this movie has been in development since 1992. It was going to be made back to back with Alien 3.
Oh.
Because I remember reading a review with Sigourney Weaver while Alien 3 was just hitting theaters, and she was complaining about Alien vs. Predator being made, and she said if that happens, she won't appear in any more Alien movies, even though she was dead at that point.
I wish it would have happened. There would be no resurrection.
The original script for Alien vs. Predator, the 1992 one, is actually pretty good.
Why can't they make the good scripts?
It was kind of neat. I kind of liked it. It would have been really just balls out expensive. That's the problem. But anyway, so
let's talk about the movie as it exists.
The movie as it exists. So the aliens and the predators are on Earth. I'm fine with that. If you're going to bring the alien to Earth in a world that you've never seen before, why put it on the Arctic, where it has no resemblance of our world? Like, why not just make it another planet?
Yeah, that's weird.
That was one of my big problems with the movie. The movie itself is really just kind of poorly written, poorly managed, terrible cast. The cast, with the exception of one actor, is just god awful. There's a Scottish actor in the movie, with a kind of tall, lanky guy with a big nose, red hair, goofy looking guy. He's the only one that is decent.
Isn't there some
and then
African American?
Yeah, he's in all. Yes.
Who's supposed to be like the
Sana Lian or something like that. She was in Blade. Yeah, she was the new Ripley character, for want of a better word. She wasn't particularly gifted in that movie. She's been decent in other things I've seen. But the movie is just really kind of crappy. What I will say is that they did do some really good model work, especially with the helicopter scene coming in to the Arctic. And there's some good model play in the movie, some decent set pieces, even though it shouldn't be on Earth. Having Lance Henriksen come in as Charles Bishop Wayland was just have him be Charles Wayland, don't have him be Bishop. Because he was already the creator in Alien 3. Now you just completely ruined the canon, unless it is an android Bishop 2 with red blood.
Right.
But anyway, little things like that were bad. So the movie story, first Alien movie with a really just truly awful story, just in general. First Predator movie that really didn't make a whole lot of sense. This is their training ground. They're going to hunt aliens. That'll make them good warriors so they can hunt humans, which are lesser meat.
Which are less dangerous than aliens.
Yeah.
So what?
And the predators didn't seem like predators because they had no infrared. They didn't have the typical vision. No, they don't.
Because I haven't seen this for a while.
There's none of that in the movie. They have other different color shade scheme things, but you never see the iconic the blue with the red, green, yellow.
Okay.
That's not there. You also have terrible sound design for them. They don't sound like predators. The aliens don't sound like aliens. It just didn't feel like those characters were there, but they didn't feel like them. What the movie did do really well is I think the action in the movie is actually pretty good. And I like the fight between. I'm a person who favors the aliens over the predator, and so I kind of like that the one alien killed the two predators. That was kind of cool for me, and. That was a triumphant moment. The movie does heavily favor the aliens throughout.
Bias.
There's a heavy bias towards the aliens, which I was fine with. But the stuff with the Queen at the end of the movie was really kind of cool, where the Queen is tromping through the. That's how she steps. Stomping through the boneyard of the whales because it was a whaling station, and so she's crashing through the rib cage of dead whales. That was kind of cool. It reminded me of when the T-Rex is chasing the car in Jurassic Park. And then the fight between the Queen and the Predator at the end of the movie is kind of cool. So the action in the movie, I'd give an A. Action is great. I'm sitting there yay! But the movie is really just truly bad. I'm going to give it a 2.
Yeah.
That's being really generous. I'm giving it 2 because of the eye candy of the action at the end. So
can I? I disagree with the. I mean, I agree with the 2. I'll go 2 as well, and for the exact same reason, as just being, you know, it's kind of just. I think that it doesn't capture the true feel of either Alien or Predator, which is ironic because. But then see, that's what's going to happen though if you try to blend. If you try to put too much into a movie, it's just you're not going to have any of the goodness of whatever elements you do if you try to do too much. So I just thought that whatever they came up with was so just kind of. Like any fan would come up. It was just so generic. The whole thing.
It was really generic.
Like just some fans.
There could have been other takes on it that I think would have been a little more interesting.
So like I say, because the set pieces, like you say, the strengths of the movie are merely. I can't remember, but I can remember some pretty clever ways of Alien and Predators fighting outcomes and things. I can't remember any because I haven't seen it forever, but. Those are the strengths of the movie, and I think I can remember something about the Queen crushing bones, like you said at the end. My review is very in depth.
Yeah, one thing I also will say: the alien looks like horseshit because they use the Alien Resurrection alien rather than I think the best looking alien is the one from the first or the third movie, specifically the third one. I really like.
Just for the record, I like the first best.
I like the first one. I think I would have liked the first one the best, but you can tell the rubber suit a little bit just because of money, budgetary reasons.
The close-ups on that face.
But the face is great, but the body looks a little kind of weak. That's why I think the Alien 3 one pans out a little better. But, so, they used the Alien Resurrection one with the 4 fingers instead of the 7 that the traditional Alien has. Just looks really bad, and it's also super gooey.
Yeah.
So they take the worst looking alien of the bunch and put it in the worst alien movie of the bunch. So
leave it to Hollywood.
Yeah.
I'm done if you're done.
That's done. That's AVP. We'll be back for AVPR.
AVP, what's R mean?
Requiem.
Oh, that's right, Requiem. Okay. It'll probably just take 2 minutes to do that. Catch that review next on Huge Movie Fanatics.